Hey yogis, welcome to today's session. Today is all about balancing postures, a big part in yoga, although they can be quite challenging, but today we'll tackle them together. If you want, you can keep a block handy. That will be helpful in half moon pose, just in case the floor decides to move away from you. You can also be close to a wall. If you have access to one, it's always nice. You can just put your hand out and find stability. A tip I can give you is to keep your gaze steady. So find a spot in front of you that you can focus your gaze on. The more stability you have there, the more stability you will find in your pose. Other than that, once you have your mat and yourself, let's get going. We'll just warm up through the ankles because they do work quite hard in balancing poses. So you can just lie down and hug your knees into your chest. And in this time you can also close your eyes and just use this moment to allow yourself to settle into the space and onto your trusty mat. Good. And we'll just start to do rotation, so we can do both at a time. Just widen out the knees a little bit and then start drawing circles with the feet, with the toes, so rotating through the ankles. Doesn't really matter in what direction you're going. It will just go in one direction first and then we'll swap to the other side. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed. And let's just move in the opposite direction. If you're feeling or hearing creaking and cracking, that's fine. You're not breaking, don't worry. Nice. Let's just extend the legs up and let's point the toes and flex the feet. So drawing the toes toward your body. Then reaching them up to the ceiling and drawing them down toward you. We'll do 3 more cycles of those. Good. Nice. Hug knees into chest again. We'll start with our first balance, Navasana. And we will get momentum first by doing a few roly-polies. I love these. Okay, so you can kick your feet up, around through the back, and come up and find your balance. If you overshoot in the beginning and you land here, that's fine, just come back to balance. We'll move back again, rolling, and come up and balance. You'll get the hang of these, giving yourself a nice back massage in the process. Good, one last time. And this time we'll stay up and move straight into boat pose. So you can keep the calves parallel to the floor here and reach the hands behind or next to your legs. If you want more support, just grab hold of the back of the thighs. You want to lift through the chest, so not rounding through the back too much. And if you want a bit of a challenge, you can see if you can straighten out those legs. If you're shaking, don't worry. That just means you're working. And we'll stay here for another 2 or 3 breaths. Good, then cross through the legs and you can make your way onto all fours. We'll do a few rounds of cat-cow just to wake up the spine a little bit, so wrists underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. And as we inhale, we drop the belly to the mat, crown of the head and the glutes move up to the ceiling. As you exhale, round through the back, tucking in the hips and chin to the chest. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Come back to neutral back and we'll move into our first downward facing dog. Tucking the toes and starting to straighten out the legs. You You might want to make movements here. Everything is still tight and cold, so you might want to bend through one knee and then the other. Bit of intuitive movement to wake up the body. And then just take a moment to settle into your down dog. There's a bend in the knees, that's fine. Just as long as you're feeling that stretch. Good, now slowly we make our way to the front of the mat, just walking the feet forward, coming into a forward fold. And then we'll roll up one vertebra at a time, all the way up to standing. Good. We'll start our first series of balancing postures. So allow the feet to be hip width distance apart. As we inhale, we're going to reach the arms up and rise up onto the tippy toes. So we're going to try and stay on the tippy toes throughout this whole flow at the front of our mats. So reach up. As you exhale, start bending through the knees, coming into chair pose, staying on the tippy toes. Good, then we're going to start reaching the hands behind us and start to straighten out the legs, puffing the chest, finding that focal point where you can focus your gaze for drinking bird. Good, we're going to inhale, reach the arms up, chair pose, then straighten it up. Good, find your balance, and we'll go straight into a forward fold now. So see if you can stay on the tippy toes and start to fold forward. If the hammies are tight, you can bend through the knees as well so you can reach the floor. And once you're here, release down onto the heels. Well done. We'll step back with the left leg, then the right, coming into plank pose, just taking a vinyasa here. So coming down to the floor, either with your knees or all the way down in a flat line. Inhale, roll shoulders back, cobra. And exhale back into downward facing dog. Just catch your breath here. We'll transition into triangle pose now. So inhale, reach that right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, bend through the knee and step it forward in between the hands. Make your way to the front in whichever way you need to. If you have to drop onto the left knee first, that's fine. And then drop onto the left heel. Start to straighten out the right leg and reach the left arm up to the sky. Trikonasana. If you have to adjust, you can just come up a little bit and allow the torso to be over that extended leg, and then reach down, resting the hand wherever you are. Good. From here, bring the left hand to the left hip. This is where our half moon challenge comes in. Can keep a block handy here. Bend through the right knee and just bring in that left foot a little bit. This will just help you to get into the pose. Bring the block with you and lift that left leg up. So you want to start opening the hips toward the side so that one hip is stacked on top of the other. If you can reach the floor and you don't need the block, you're welcome to do so. Good, and if you're feeling good here, see if you can reach the left arm up. Now it's easiest if you look down and find a spot to focus your gaze. If you want a bit of a challenge, you can start looking straight ahead. And then you want to stack left hip over right, left shoulder over right shoulder. If you're swaying, that's fine. See how high you can lift that left leg. Just one more breath here. I know it's challenging, you got this. Good. Then gently start to bend through that right knee. Bring the left foot back and we meet in triangle pose, Trikonasana. Just catch your breath. Let's cartwheel it down, coming onto the left knee. Just taking a moment to rest here, taking an easy twist, so left hand onto the floor. Inhale, reach right arm up to the sky. Bring the right hand back down, and we're going to step it all the way forward again. So step that left foot forward, coming into forward fold. Inhale, flatten out the back. Slide the hands up the shins as much as you need to. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. We'll do that again. Luckily, we only have two sides. Okay, again, allow your feet to be hip-width distance apart. Find a spot where you can focus your gaze. And then we inhale, reach arms up, come up onto the tippy toes. As you exhale, start bending through the knees, moving into chair pose. Take an inhale, send the arms back, straighten out the legs. Keep a point where you can focus your gaze. Good, we reach back into chair pose, all on the tippy toes. Come all the way up, standing straight, reaching up. And then as we exhale, we start to fold forward, staying on the toes. Bend through the knees if you need to. And then gently release heels to the floor. Well done. We step back with the right foot, then the left coming into plank, taking our vinyasa again, moving down to the floor. Inhale for cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Just take 3 breaths here, settling in. We'll move to the other side now. So inhale, reach the left leg up. Exhale, bend through the knees, step the foot in between the hands. Drop down onto the right heel and start to straighten out that left leg. Bring the left hand to the shin or maybe the inside of the left leg, and as you inhale, reach the right arm up. Trikonasana. Your gaze is either forward or if the neck allows it and the balance allows it, you can look up to your thumb. Nice. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose on the other side. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Start bending through the front knee. And just slide that right foot in a little bit so that you can find stability here. Grab hold of your block. Place it about a torso length in front of you and start lifting the right leg up. Reaching it as high as you can. And see if you can open the hips to the side, stacking the right hip on top of the left. And when you're feeling good, you can reach the right arm up to the ceiling as well. Either looking down toward the hand or straight ahead. Feeling that left leg working hard. We'll just take 2 more breaths here. Sweet release. Start to bend through the left leg. Gently place the right foot to the back of the mat. We meet in triangle pose again, Trikonasana. Good. And then allow that right hand to come down to the floor into low lunge. And we'll take our easy twist as you inhale, reach left arm up to the sky. Good. Bring the hand back and step into downward facing dog this time. Always a nice pose just to neutralize, getting a deep stretch. And then let's transition into a child's pose. So the knees are mat width distance apart, big toes touching. Sit back onto the heels, allow the forehead to release down. And gently start to walk the hands toward you, lifting up. We'll just make our way to seated, so either crossing the legs at the back or sending them out to the side, whatever way, just to come to seated. We'll just take a nice twist here, so straighten out the left leg, bring the right foot over to the left thigh, bring both hands over to the foot side, and just bring that left foot in. Cartwheel the arms around and move into half Lord of the Fishes pose. You can either wrap your arm around your knee or hook the elbow and twist, looking over the right shoulder. And release out, and we'll go to the other side. This time straightening out the right leg, bring the left foot over to the outside of the right thigh, both hands toward the foot side, and just make space so you can tuck that right foot under. And then as you inhale, cartwheel the hands and the arms around into your twist, looking over the left shoulder. And release out. You can make your way to an easy pose, cross-legged pose. Bring your hands to heart center and close the eyes. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be protected from inner and outer dangers. May you be healthy in body and mind. May you be happy and find true peace. Namaste. Thank you, yogis, for spending this time with me again. I hope that you found your balance in these poses. Let me know how it went for you. And if there's anything else that you would want me to focus on or do a class on next, please let me know in the comment section below. A reminder that I do release a personal development podcast episode every Tuesday, so if you're into personal development and personal growth, be sure to check out my channel. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you have a wonderful day or evening ahead of you.